Hi there, back again. Well, we've looked at several things so far. We've looked at crossing over into our promises, expanding our boundaries, raising our expectation for the future, and now we're looking at establishing a vision. Well, Mandy, I'm not sure I've got a vision. Well, God's got a vision, and I think this is the time to try and find out really what's on his heart and what's in his mind for this time that we're living in. We've been looking at Amos chapter 9, and we see a strange thing in that. This thing called the tabernacle of David, which God says, I, in that day, will repair it, and I will cause the people to get the remnant of Edom, which is possess their enemies, and possess the Gentiles who are called by my name. What a strange thing. Now, we know a lot in the Old Testament about Moses' tabernacle. There's loads of instructions. And then we know a lot about King Solomon's temple. There's loads of information about that. But this thing called David's tabernacle, that's a bit of a mystery. From this passage in Amos, we see that God says, I am going to get the captive of Israel and plant them in the land of Israel. And we see that's already happened, that the Jewish people have got a homeland. And if you know anything about history, you know that that is an absolute miracle. The other thing that I think is on the Father's heart now is what Paul talks about this one vine coming out of Jewish believers and Gentile believers, that we've been grafted into one vine. Now, a lot of the church doesn't know this, and Israel doesn't know it, but the Messianic believers and the remnant do know it. So if you understand that the Gentile believers and the Messianic believers are all part of the same church, let's pray into that in this season, because God's going to be doing some establishing of these things in this time, and let us be part of it. How exciting. See you tomorrow.